Everyone is sleeping on how dangerous this match actually is for Iran. Every analyst you have seen this week, ESPN, beIN Sports, Sky Sports, is treating this like a walkover. They are wrong. Stay with me. By the end of this, you will see exactly why everyone else has this completely wrong. Here is the thing nobody is talking about. Iran's domestic league has been suspended since March 2026. Their defenders have not played a competitive club match in months. Mehdi Taremi is world-class, we know that, but the back line protecting him has been running drills while New Zealand's Chris Wood was putting his body through a brutal return from a 6-month knee injury in the Premier League. One team has been frozen, the other has been tested. That changes this match completely. If you are new here, subscribe right now. We post before and after every World Cup match. Now let's get into it. This is Group G. Belgium is the favorite. Everyone agrees on that. Which means Iran and New Zealand both understand something clearly. This match, right here tonight, is the match that determines who realistically fights for second place. Lose this, and you are chasing Belgium with nothing behind you. Win it, and you control your World Cup. For Iran, this is their 7th World Cup appearance. History says they belong here. But history does not play 90 minutes. Amir Galanoe does. And for New Zealand, this is only their 3rd World Cup ever. The All-Whites, the lowest-ranked team in this entire tournament. Every single pundit has already written them off. Darren Bazili knows that. His players know that. And sometimes that is the most dangerous place to put a team. Let's start with Iran, and I am going to start exactly where I should, with the one number that matters most. Mehdi Taremi, clinical, experienced, a finisher who has operated at the highest level of European football. He is the class of this match, full stop, and every other forward on this pitch knows it. When Iran hit Costa Rica 5-0 in their final warm-up, Taremi was the conductor. He does not just score. He drags defenders out of position. He holds the ball under pressure. He creates the spaces that Gaedi and Mohebi arrive into. 10 goals and 14 goals respectively for those two in this campaign. Iran have genuine depth in the final third. Galanoe, the general, back for his 2nd stint in charge, has built this team around controlling games. His 4-3-3 suffocates opponents in midfield and then releases Taremi into the channels. The problem is that draw against Uzbekistan, the draw against Cape Verde, the loss to Nigeria, those results happened with rust. And the rust has not gone anywhere. Here is the stat ESPN will not show you tonight. Iran's center-backs, the men responsible for stopping Chris Wood, have not played a competitive club match since March 2026. That is over 2 months without live match sharpness, without the physical aggression of real defensive duels. Khalilzadeh is a concern. Hajsafi, Mohammadi, these are not backup players. These are key defensive pieces who have been standing still while the rest of the world played football. At a set piece, against a target striker returning from injury with a point to prove, that rust is not a minor detail. It is a genuine crack in the wall. Now New Zealand. And I am going to be straight with you about Chris Wood, because the conversation around him this week has been completely wrong. Every analyst is framing his knee injury as the reason to dismiss New Zealand. They are looking at it backwards. Wood is 45 goals and 90 caps. Captain, he has carried this program on his shoulders for years. He returns from a 6-month knee injury limited to 3 Premier League goals in 15 appearances. Yes, but here is what that actually tells you. He played, he competed, he pushed through, and now he is on the biggest stage of his career at a World Cup, and you think this man is not ready to do something? Darren Bazili has built his entire tactical shape around protecting Wood and weaponizing him at set pieces. The 4-2-3-1 gives New Zealand defensive compactness that Sarpreet Singh and Joe Bell maintain in tight blocks. Liberato Kakache on the left provides genuine width. Michael Boxall anchors the defense with experience. New Zealand are not here to entertain you. They are here to survive, compress, and put Wood's head on a set piece at exactly the right moment. This coach has made the exact same mistake in his last 3 big matches. Galanoe sets his team to dominate possession, controls the tempo beautifully, and then gets conservative the moment he senses danger. Against Nigeria, he did it. Against Cape Verde, he did it. He will do it again tonight. The moment New Zealand make this uncomfortable, one blocked shot, one scrambled corner, one Wood flick on that clips the post, Galanoe will instinctively pull his shape back, and that is precisely when New Zealand steals something. Bazili has watched that film. His entire game plan is built around making Iran uncomfortable early. Now let's talk about what actually lives in these players' heads when they walk out tonight. because this is where the mainstream analysts completely lose the thread. Iran have beaten New Zealand before, 3-0 in 2003. A dominant, comfortable win that meant nothing in the grand scheme and everything in terms of the psychological ledger these players carry. Iranian footballers grow up knowing they are one of Asia's elite. They expect to win this, and expectation at a World Cup against a team ranked last in the tournament is a weight disguised as confidence. When you expect to win, every minute that passes without a goal feels like failure. Iran's players will feel that pressure building in real time if New Zealand's defensive block holds firm into the second half. That anxiety rewires decision-making. Taremi will start forcing passes he normally does not force. Gaedi will shoot from distance instead of combining. The Generals' team will begin pressing the self-destruct button entirely on their own. New Zealand carries something different. They went unbeaten at the 2010 World Cup, 3 draws. Nobody beat them. That is the founding myth of all-whites football, and every player in that squad has heard it 10,000 times. It is not arrogance, it is permission. Permission to believe that holding a team like Iran is achievable, that the wall can hold, that one moment, one wood header from a Kakashi delivery is enough. Belief built on evidence is the most durable kind, and New Zealand have exactly that. Remember what I said at the very start about Iran's defensive rust. Here is why that single thing changes the entire prediction. I told you the league suspension was a concern. Now you understand the full picture. Taremi is world-class going forward. But if Wood wins one aerial duel, just one, inside Iran's box from a set piece, and the center-back who should have owned that ball has not contested a live header in 2 months, Iran do not just concede a goal, they concede their psychological edge. The one thing that was supposed to make this comfortable becomes the exact source of chaos. Galanoe cannot manufacture match sharpness on the training ground. He cannot coach rust away with a team talk. It either shows up tonight, or it does not. Now the matchup that decides this game. Mehdi Taremi against Michael Boxall. That is the 90 minutes inside the 90 minutes. Boxall is experienced, disciplined, and he has played against physical strikers in MLS and international football for years. But Taremi is a different problem. He does not just run at you. He manipulates your body position. He draws fouls in dangerous areas. He disappears and reappears in the exact space you forgot to cover. If Boxall wins this duel consistently, New Zealand stay in the match. If Taremi gets in behind even twice, this is over before the hour mark. Everything flows from this one confrontation. So here is where everything lands. Galanoe sets his 4-3-3, controls the first 20 minutes. Iran have the ball, the crowd energy, the favorites' momentum. New Zealand sit deep. Bell and Boxall hold the structure. Wood is isolated early, but he is patient. Iran's first moment of defensive exposure comes from exactly the source I identified. A set piece, second half, Wood in the air against a center-back who has not competed at full intensity in months. That is the moment this match pivots. But here is the other side of that equation. Taremi is too good to be kept quiet for 90 minutes by a team with New Zealand's attacking resources. He finds space. He finishes. That is what he does at this level. The Iran attack is too technically superior, too deep in options, for New Zealand to shut it out completely. Galanoe comes off the bench with energy. Mohebi finds a pocket. One